Welcome to class PM. The previous class we have studied about how do organisms breathe. Like we have seen the mechanism of respiration in case of human beings, and we have also learned an activity to know how the chest expands or the abdomen expands during the process of respiration. We have seen an activity like wherein we can measure the size of the abdomen and the chest during the process of breathing. Now, this class, let us see a small activity to understand the process of respiration like through an activity. For this, what you need is, you need a plastic bottle to see the process of respiration. You need a plastic bottle, a glass tube or a plastic tube, a glass or a plastic tube, and then you need balloons. So let us do an activity. You can actually prepare this model. It is a working model of how lungs take in air. Okay, how do the process of respiration take place and how the diaphragm help in the process of respiration. So let us start doing this an activity. Take this plastic bottle, cut the base of the bottle. That is, you have to cut the base of the bottle and see that only the mouth part is taken. Okay, take the bottle, cut the base of the bottle. You have taken a bottle, you have to cut open the base of the bottle so that only you can use the lid. Now what you do is, take a glass or a plastic tube and ensure that you cut it into the shape of this Y-shaped tube, okay, with two ends down and one end up. Now try to insert this a Y-shaped tube, a glass or a plastic tube into the plastic bottle. Now attach deflated balloons. It is not the inflated balloons, it is deflated balloons. Okay, attach the deflated balloons to the ends of this test tube. Now you have a open at the end, base, right? Now cover this base with a balloon. Take a balloon, blow it, cut open it, and then you can use it to cover it, wrap it. Okay. Now what you do is, to understand the process of mechanism, pull the rubber band which is attached at the base, and you see that immediately as air enters, you see that this inflated balloons start inflating. This shows how actually the process of respiration takes place. So this balloon which is cut and tied to the mouth of the bottle will work as diaphragm. When you pull, what happens? We know that during the process there are two steps involved in the process of respiration, that is inhalation and exhalation. So let us do an activity to see the process of respiration or mechanism. As I've told you, to carry out this activity, you need three different materials which are easily available at your home, like a plastic bottle, a glass or a plastic tube, and balloons. Right? So to do this activity, what you are supposed to do is, take a plastic bottle of 1 liter or some kind, and then cut the base of the bottle. And now what you have to do is, through the mouth of the bottle, insert a Y-shaped tube, or you can cut down the plastic pipe into Y-shaped and attach one piece of the plastic pipe into the other and make a Y-shaped tube out of it, and then insert slowly this Y-shaped tube into the mouth of the bottle. And you see that before you insert this into this, you have to ensure that they have to be attached with deflated balloons. Now one end of the bottle mouth is open. So what you are supposed to do, blow the balloon, and when you burst it out, you get a layer of the balloon, the sheet of the balloon, right? Attach that sheet or the layer of the balloon to cover the mouth, to wrap the mouth of the bottle, As you wrap the mouth of the bottle, tie the other end of the balloon with a rubber band. Now we know that during the process of respiration, there are two important stages involved. One is inhalation and the other is exhalation. So this balloon which is tied at the mouth of the bottle will act as diaphragm. Now we know that ribs move up and outwards, whereas diaphragm, you can see when you breathe, diaphragm moves inwards, right? So during inhalation, that means when you are moving this, when you are trying to pull this balloon which is tied at the mouth of the bottle, when you try to stretch it or pull it, you see that as air enters into it, you see that the deflated balloons will inflate. That means this shows the movement of the diaphragm, where ribs are moving inwards and outwards, while the diaphragm is pushed inwards. In the same time, when you leave this, as soon as you see the inflation of the balloon, just remove your hand from the mouth of the bottle. You see that immediately the balloons get deflated. deflated. This shows that the diaphragm has come back to the former position, So this is how you can explain the process of respiration in case of human beings, right? This is how you can show an activity to prove the process of respiration or mechanism of respiration. Now we all know that we breathe in air, right? Now how do you experimentally prove that you are giving out only carbon dioxide? We know that right from childhood we have been studying that we take in oxygen while breathing and we give out carbon dioxide. So there should be something to prove, like we have given out carbon dioxide during the process of photosynthesis. For this, what you need to do is, there is an activity to prove. Let us do this activity also. For this activity, second activity 2, let us mark it as activity 2, to prove carbon dioxide is released during the process of respiration. So what is that we needed for this activity? We need a test tube, a straw and freshly prepared lime water. You know what is lime? The tuna. Which you use for whitewashing, right? So that is called as lime. So you can use that lime water. Take a test tube, add freshly prepared lime water to it, that is tuna water, you can see. And this lime is also used, the pan people who make pan, they use a little bit of tuna in it, right? That is nothing but lime. And the whitewash which is applies coating on the buildings is also a lime, right? So what you do is take this lime water. Now insert a straw into this lime water, Now what you do is, we know that during the process of respiration, carbon dioxide is given out. So to prove this, what you do is, blow the air out of your mouth, that is exhale the air which is coming out, blow the air into this test tube, blow the air into the test tube through the straw. What you have to do, you know, when you drink juice, what you do, you put in the straw and suck. Right? So in the same way, what you are doing here, you don't suck the lime water, okay, though it is an alkaline, it may burn. So what you have to do is, you have to just blow air into the lime water through the straw. So you see that immediately this lime water turns milky white. It turns milky white, which indicates the presence of carbon dioxide. That means, which indicates that the gas which is given out during the process of respiration is nothing but carbon dioxide. Do you know that every minute we breathe, we give out carbon dioxide? Do you know what is the percentage of oxygen taken in and carbon dioxide given out? Let me write. Yeah. See, we have been talking about the activity to see that the carbon dioxide is given out during the process of respiration. So we have experimentally proved that the gas which we exhale out of our body is nothing but carbon dioxide. So do you know like how much of air we take in, and what is the amount of oxygen taken in, and what is the amount of oxygen given out, or what is the amount of carbon dioxide taken and what is the amount of carbon dioxide given out? So see this oxygen which is present, the amount of oxygen inhaled is 21%, whereas exhaled is 16.4%. And carbon dioxide, we know that we are giving a very little of, you can say that you are taking in 21%, but you are exhaling out only 16%, because the oxygen is used to break down the glucose to obtain energy during the process of respiration. So the carbon dioxide which is taken in, that is inhaled, is 0.04%, and whereas the exhaled percentage is high, because 4.4%, because we don't need carbon dioxide which will make the blood deoxygenated, and we don't need carbon dioxide to help us in any activities of life process. So that is the reason the amount of carbon dioxide given out is more compared to the amount of oxygen given. As we have been studying, the respiration is nothing but breakdown of the glucose, or you can say the food in the cell, right? With release of energy is said to be respiration, and for this you need oxygen. So that is the reason oxygen is retained in the body for the breakdown, so that we can obtain energy from the food which we eat. But whereas the carbon dioxide cannot help us in any of the life processes or metabolic activities. That's the reason you see that high amount of carbon dioxide is given out, because it is not only the lungs give out. The carbon dioxide is produced from various cells and cells which are present in various tissues. So that has been carried out of the body. So this is how you can prove experimentally the process of mechanism of respiration, and you have also seen how to analyze or have to experimentally prove that carbon dioxide is given out of respiration, and we have seen the amount of carbon dioxide and oxygen inhaled.